So, how does one handle work-life balance when life is just getting really crappy and your work asks a lot of you? Hi, my name is Angela Ariano. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm using this platform for a few things. But one of them, at least today, I want to just talk about the work-life balance dynamic and how to do it and what works and what doesn't. And the way I kind of do these videos is, if you can see already, is I'm not a fancy video person. I kind of just freestyle, talk into the camera, try to keep my videos a little short, and just kind of share my thoughts. So this series is actually inspired. I'm going to try and turn this into a series, but this series is actually inspired by like my personal life experiences from a few years ago, when just a lot of things in my life personally got flipped turned upside down. Ooh, I just quoted the Prince of Bel-Air. I wish it worked out for me the way it did for him, because I am not living in a mansion, but I love where I live. But my life got really chaotic personally, with a lot of circumstances that were, outside my control. And I kind of want to share that story of maybe not all the details just yet, but at least handling that. I think what helped me get through that year was being able to navigate a good work-life balance. So here are a few of the things that I learned from or just used and did. And I think today I'm going to even just keep the topic of one of the hardest parts for me was being able to just kind of go to work and be with clients or do my notes or be with coworkers. And work always tells us, like, leave your drama at home, leave your life stuff at home. But that stuff bleeds into our lives. And it was a real struggle sometimes. So it was being able to just be present at work when I really struggled to do that. And I have many thoughts in my head, but I think I want to kind of go with this of taking some steps back, even where I wanted to go originally, and really having to be in tune with just yourself, of knowing when you can't go anymore and being able to like accept that and say that. And that is a hard thing to admit, I think, for a lot of us, of being able to go, yep, I just can't today. And being able to, sorry, my camera, but being able to recognize when we are in a place that we can no longer keep going, or we just need a break, or we need a pause. So what I mean by that is, what comes up physically for you? Are you just, are you tired? Do you have like physical pains? Are you having certain like thoughts? And to really evaluate that. So I know for me, personally, it comes down to like just feelings of like real hopelessness and thoughts of hopelessness, or extreme like rumination and racing thoughts. And this is when I know I really need to pause. I need to accept that I'm not Wonder Woman. I can't do everything. And so sometimes that's like, okay, I have to go to maybe this one work thing. Like, this is just something I have to do. So I'm going to continue to do this work thing, but maybe after, I'm going to let go of like making sure my house is perfectly clean. I really like a clean house. I mean, I'm not perfect at it, but I like a clean home. So making sure my home is clean is just not going to be a priority tonight. It's okay if I have like cereal for dinner tonight. And I think this is a harder video than I thought it would be, to make, but being able to recognize your body cues is where we really want to be. And what are your thought cues that go on when you're having these thoughts? This is so vital to know in order for you to be able to take care of yourself. Because oftentimes we go through life going, and then we just like have like a breakdown and not even realize it. So think of that, like scan your body and go, okay, when I'm upset, how does my body try to tell me? And our bodies really do try to tell us. I do a lot of like IFS work with my clients, and EMDR, and that really is connecting to your body and knowing where your trauma is or where these emotions are. because once it pops up, we go, ooh, okay. Or even our thoughts, like being able to recognize those things. So begin to recognize those things for yourself. That is just step one. My biggest phrase in therapy, I think now, is slow is fast. So I can't give you all the answers right away, and I don't want to, really, because it's just not going to work that way. Begin to recognize, what are your body cues when you're beginning to get overwhelmed with life? Once you get that, then we're able to know maybe the next steps to do. Because sometimes we can't help, like we can practice like, okay, take out toxicity, do all these other things. And I've kind of talked about those, I think, I can't remember, but think about more, what does your body tell you? What are your thoughts? And my thoughts are of hopelessness, and it's when I just have zero, I am so lethargic and I'm just so exhausted. I can't do anything. That's when I'm like, okay, I need to kind of take care of myself. And sometimes it is just like doing nothing. It's like, okay, I got to do what I got to do. I have to work. But when I'm not working, I'm not working. I'm not going to do anything. And then maybe in another video, we can get into like finding joy in like small things, finding peace in little things, and knowing it's okay to say no to people. I hope this video helps. I hope it makes sense. I'm going to continue in a series of work-life balance. I want these videos just to be very conversational. They're not going to be a lecture. So this is a very freestyle way I'm talking, almost like I'm talking to like a friend, is how I want them to go. So that's how they're going. They're very relaxed. I am not trying to be like, honestly, I'm not trying to be an influencer. I just want to kind of get some of this information out to help people with like work-life balance and kind of share what my experience was, what I learned, what I did that was helpful. Bye.